Cathy Perez here, your Filipino activist, and want to be, for you, your wellness coach. We're hitting the top of the hour in about right now. Hi everyone, Cathy Perez, and this is the 8th day of a 30-day challenge with OmniSam's Sparkle Live Challenge, okay? And so this is the 8th day, and I am here going live, and every day we get a new prompt, and we share it with our listeners, and then hopefully you will interact. So today's question, and if I didn't say it earlier, Cathy Perez, your fellow female activist, and I want to be your wellness coach, and for your organization. So today's question, it's a fun one. It is, what is a country that you would like to visit and why? And then there's a second question. But that one is interesting for me. So right now, in the US where I live, it's not safe to travel. Like literally anywhere, it's not safe to travel. And in particular for people like myself who are active in fighting fascism, I definitely don't want to be traveling in the air specifically. I mean, it's not safe anywhere per se, but at least if you travel, in a vehicle, there's a little bit more autonomy. But if I were to visit any countries right now, it would basically be either Canada or Mexico. Why? Because again, I can get there via, vehicle. I don't need to get on a plane. Now, going to the borders obviously is going to suck. So even if I could reach those countries via a vehicle, I still am deciding not to really travel outside of the country. Why? Because, again, for me, it would be less fun, simply because, I'd have to get a burner phone. There's a lot of steps that I get to take to get myself out of the country. Because when I came back, it would be, excuse my language, a shit show. And I don't look at that as a negative per se, meaning if I really, I was willing to go to Thailand last summer, or this past summer, I should say, but it didn't work out. And, it would have meant that when I came back, I was going to get hit with all kinds of stupid, stupid screenings, and could have ended up maybe even in jail, even though I am a U.S. citizen. So this question hits home for me because, one, if I had the opportunity, I would fly anywhere. Give me a ticket, I'll fly anywhere. And because of what's going on right now, I would choose to say, okay, you know what, instead let me, check out either Canada or Mexico. Those would be the easiest if I were to leave my country, to visit or extended. But would I like to go visit any other country? Heck yeah. I mean, Canada and Mexico are wonderful. I would love to, invest more time in either of those countries. But, for time's sake, I would love to fly to either of those countries, but it's not in my best interest right now. So that's the first question. The second question was actually to the listeners. So based on travel, what I just told you about my own experience of being a U.S. citizen and not wanting to travel, I'm going to ask you, what is, I hope and pray that you don't, if you're not living in this country, I hope you want to come to this country. And not because I don't want you here, not because I don't want to experience this beautiful, land, but it's not safe, not for travelers, it's not safe for those of us who are living here. So for those listening, what is your opinion about traveling to or from the U.S., and or are you even thinking about it? What are your plans? I suspect that many people who are sane are staying away for many, many reasons. So what are those reasons? Why are you staying away? And I applaud you for doing so. Elbows up, right, to Canada, definitely elbows up. To our Mexican, adelante. I want you to be safe. I don't want you to to have to come here unless you absolutely need to. And then for anyone else, again, we're supposed to hold, the U.S. is supposed to host the World Cup and the Olympics. I am telling you all right now, do not come. Save yourself all the trouble. Save yourself all the stupidity. Boycott both of those, or demand that FIFA and change all the venues so that only Canada and Mexico get the games, both in the Olympics and the World Cup. That's what was actually going to happen with the FIFA anyway. But for sure, the Olympics, they should not be held here. This is like, it's a criminal nation under this regime. Do not come here. All right. That is my heartfelt share for you. I want you to be safe. And right now, feeding any money into this regime, it's not worth it at all. So help yourselves and then help the world, okay? With that, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, take charge, God bless.